Well, I'm gonna tell the full story. So one time, I went into a Playground Fields match because I like to, you know, fight random people. But this guy was being the most egotistical crackhead I've ever seen. He would spawn kill me and say, "Why don't you get your loot? You're freaking trash. You're like," and he was like one of those high-voiced like British people. And he acted better than me when all he did was spawn kill and shoot me down, and barely built. And whenever he did, he just freaking like to spray me and then call himself better than me and say I'd get on his level one day. And I wanted to leave the game, but you know, eventually the Playground Field match ended. And well, he left eventually, and so because me and this other dude kept double teaming him. And so, because of that, another time that happened like yesterday, this guy kept spawn killing. Well, he wasn't spawn killing. We're fine. Me and him were like friends, like at first, and then he kept spawn killing me while I'm trying to get traps because he didn't want me to trap box him. But I wouldn't have used the traps if he didn't freaking if he didn't like let me. Like, he was just spawn killing and just kept ruining me trying to get traps. And that's the only reason I started using them. Because, you know, I was trying to get a few traps. And then he killed me. And then he kept spawn killing me and wouldn't let me get any traps. And then, you know.
Yeah, traps are real.
Yeah, that crap. And then what just happened? You see TTV Phil Swift? Acted like YouTube, like we're on YouTube, like we you know, like everybody knows that like people are gonna be unfair sometimes, but this guy didn't understand a bit of freaking rules, dude. Like, I'm telling you guys, like this dude was just spawn killing, wouldn't let me get traps, was egotistical, said I was trash before he left, thought he was freaking better than me just because he spawn killed me. Me and this other dude, Muffin, had 0 kills, and he had 10 because he kept spawn killing us. He wouldn't let us get our loot. I mean, this guy was stealing my shotgun bullets every time I died to him. And he only killed me because he sprayed or shot me down. And then he acted like he was good. And I wouldn't, like, half the kills that he killed me was that I trusted him, I tried to get traps, and then he shot me in the back of the head. Because the other dude was doing an invincibility glitch and thought I was the invisible person. How do you think somebody's invisible? I'm a sleuth. I'm clearly a sleuth. Do you see any invisible skin on me? And you know, that leads me to wonder. People don't understand rules. That's clear with everything that about like most of the freaking Earth does. People don't understand rules and people don't like to follow them. But I'm gonna make a list anyways, and here's the basics of do's and don'ts in Playground. Your mic is getting really loud.
Me?
Yeah. Something about my freaking eye, dude. Technical difficulties.
Let me turn up my mic real quick.
Okay. So, the first thing not to do is to spawn kill. Spawn kill, I'm telling you right now, I mean, like, 1v1ing somebody, like, shooting somebody in the back while they're not ready, that's not fair. That's why I'll get onto that later. But, spawn killing is just, like, taking shooting somebody when they're not ready and just putting it on crack. Like, it's pretty much a steroid version. It's pretty much killing somebody, like one time I got, like, triple teamed by these PC players because they thought I was an actual console player and they thought I played on controller. And one of them was so egotistical. The worst person I've ever seen. This guy thought he was good. And he also he like triple teamed me with this other kid saying, like, he put me into a stereotype. Like, he made me a stereotype. He legit said that, oh, PS4 players are so trash because they're always like, oh, I lagged all of that crap. And they were just freaking sniping me out of the air, and they wouldn't let me get any freaking loot. And then eventually he left. I stopped watching the screen, and then he left. Okay? And guess what happens? These other two were sniping me out of the air. And then I got tired of it, because I wasn't looking at the screen, but I didn't hear nothing about why he left, but he just left. And so, I proceeded, once those two were sniping me, I proceeded to not get hit. I went down to Big Bertha, right there. I legit picked up a tack, killed one of them, he left the game, killed another, and then he left the game. After they just called me the worst player on the freaking face of the dang earth, because I played on console. But they didn't know I played on PC. Well, I played Winter Mouse and Keyboard. And plus, at that time, my mic, most of the time I play, my mic doesn't work properly. And so, like, they had an extra reason to pick on me because I was a no-micer, but I wasn't really a no-micer, like, you know what I mean? And so, like, after that, I'm like, why would you even spawn kill in the first place? It's like, if you spawn kill, like, you're not good. Because pretty much all you're doing is get a free kill. It's just a free kill after free kill. There's no point in spawn killing. If you spawn kill, and you call somebody trash and then start to spawn kill them, you might as well be calling yourself trash because you're just asking for a world of pain at that point. Like, what's the point of spawn killing and then calling the person you're spawn killing trash if they can't land to the dang ground in time for them to get a gun until you shoot them in the freaking face? Like, I don't understand why people still do this and they still think it's funny to act like they're not YouTubers and then do it. But, you know, the next thing to not do is, don't scream into your mic every time you die. That makes you seem worse than you really are. And it also makes you seem like you're like a big sore loser. Like, it makes people think, oh, this guy's a crybaby, let's kill him more, and you're just most likely gonna get double teamed. If you're getting, like, double teamed, just, like, either land at a different place, don't leave the game, because the people are gonna think you're such a crybaby. Well, unless you want them to think that. But at least try to take them on a few times, and then go somewhere else. One of them's gonna go on your team, most likely. They're gonna go on, one of them's gonna go on your team. Find where you are, tell the other people, and then they're all gonna be heading over there. But while they're doing that, you can just respawn and keep traveling around the map. You know, you could put them on a goose hunt, and then they're eventually just gonna get tired of it and leave, or either fight each other. And then you'll be off scot-free. Or you could try to take them on, and most likely they'll spray. And so when they spray, all you gotta do is look where the spray, like the fountain of bullets, just look where they're shooting from. And then you could jump over their head, because most likely they're not gonna be able to see you through the wall and the stair you may have placed. Or maybe a pyramid. Or a floor, or whatever. They're not gonna, if you like, so like, if you want to reinforce something so they can't see you through it, put a stair in a wall, or if they're under you, a floor in a pyramid. Or, if they're under you, a floor in a wall. And if they're in front of you, a wall and a pyramid. And then stand behind the pyramid, because they can't see your head when you're behind the pyramid. And you can do some crouch shots on them. But,
or you can just corrupted area and do the invisibility glitch and just loot up.
Actually, that's the thing. That's the thing. Another don't to do is the invisibility glitch. See, people like to do it just to troll people. And then, like, most of the people that do it act so egotistical. Like, they act like they're better than everybody. And like, they might have more kills than you because, you know, you can't see them. But if you track, like, in Fortnite, like, you see the back of my feet, people. Y'all see that? It's a trail. If y'all follow the trail, or you have a good headset like me, listen to the footsteps, you might be able to... I've killed a few people that use the invisibility glitch. And
I
you
don't.
know, it's pretty funny.
Then I'm better than someone when I'm invisible, because I'm invisible and they can't see me. But I love doing the glitch.
Yeah, the thing is, if you're using an invisible glitch and you think you're better than somebody, you're pretty much asking, like, you're pretty much calling yourself trash. About all the don'ts on this list are like, about every don't on this list is pretty much somebody contradicting themselves and making themselves seem trasher. Because if you do the invisibility glitch and then call somebody trash for it, like for dying to it, it's like, I can't see you. I don't know where you are. So how am I supposed to be able to kill you? I don't have super senses. Like I'm not Goku. I can't like instant transmission. Like I'm not a superhero. I can't do everything you're trying to do. Trying to make me do. Like I can't do everything you want me to do. I'm sorry that I can, but like, you know, they act so weird and they act like they're gonna be invincible, but little do people know when you're invisible glitch, you still get hurt, and that messes a lot of people up because they don't know that.
And also, you can't get packs.
And plus, if you boogie, I haven't tried it, but most likely if you boogie bomb somebody in the ghost mode, they might actually be boogieing. You might see the thing above their head, so that's something to try. Okay, so another don't to do.
Go back.
Another thing not to do. Don't be that guy. You know what I'm talking about. That guy, you know? That guy. That guy. You know that guy that you go into a playground field, like you go into a squad or like a playground field match, and call everybody on everybody in the freaking match that he's able to talk to, he calls them trash, he calls everybody who's not able to talk to trash. Pretty much thinks he's better just because, you know, like maybe his voice is deeper and calls like somebody with a higher voice trash or than him, when it's probably not the case. Don't do that. Don't do that. It looks like you're gonna keep doing it, and then you're gonna find somebody that's actually worth your skill level. And now something like this happened, but I'm not that type of person. I'm not that. Like I'm not cocky like that. But I wanted a good fight for somebody, and then my friend Luke's cousin he was still doo-doo. He wasn't my skill level. But, I mean, he trap-boxed me a few times and then called himself good and then started to freaking throw racial slurs at me. And I'm black. So, of course he would do that, you know? He was a freaking hillbilly. He is the right type of person to call me a freaking with the ER on it, you know? So don't be egotistical because you might find your match. And then that match might kill you, but, you know, with my situation, the guy was still trash anyways. So... okay, gonna get on to the do's. Do try to be nice at least. I mean, okay, somebody might be spawn killing you. At least try to be nice. Like, if they're, like, at least try to be nice at first. Don't yell at them immediately. But, if, like, somebody's gonna, like, keep doing it, no matter how many times you told them to stop, then you can, you know, you can unleash full sensei on them. Full Goku on them. Who cares? It's their fault. But sometimes those people get really, not really salty, but they act like they're better, and like they get to a point of being egotistic. They get to that point where it seems like they're autist. I'm just kidding. But no, it seems like where they're like they think they're the best in the game. Like,
yeah, they will say that better than you.
Huh?
They will say like, oh yeah, I'm better than you. You're just
yeah,
like, so
like I have more wins, like something like that. Don't do that. Try to at least be nice, but you know, if they wanna play with fire, you know, you can be mean. I'm not saying don't be mean, but like I ran into like only a few nice people in Playground Fields. Something else to do.
Yeah, the most people They're just mean.
Well, here's a don't. Don't steal loot. Don't steal loot. Don't. It's not fun. It's not funny.
Obvious one.
There's no point, you know. If
You're no better than.
Like, if you steal somebody's loot, that's pretty much making yourself seem worse, because why would you need their loot? It's like, if you're gonna steal my loot, like, maybe I got the new suppressed scar and somebody wants to take it from me. Okay, you can just ask it. You don't have to take it from me and then never life. It's like, it gets to the point where, like, every time there's somebody, like, about every time there was somebody that was taking loot in one of my games, everybody either double teamed them or left. And here's something to do. Buy a mic! I don't know how many times I've joined a game, had no micers, and then them like either like double teaming and then turning on a mic, or acting like they're good and then turning on a mic. Like, turn on your mic at the start of a Playground Fields match, because, you know, like, it's no point in not using your mic if you have one. I mean, hold up, I hear something. But, if you don't have a mic, like, if you don't have a mic, man, that's okay. And, like, it's funny. Now, every time somebody has no mic, they end up being better than the people with mics, and the people with mics end up being more mean. But most of the time, a no-micer is always going to steal your loot. 100% of no-micers are going to steal your loot. If they return your loot, good. That person most likely has a heart. Everybody else is just mean. Something else to not do.
Do not bully in Playground if they don't have a mic or if they don't have a skin.
Exactly. Don't, like, say somebody's trash because they don't have a skin.
They could still be good. I have a friend who plays in Season 1, and he has no skins, but he's still a god at the end.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, this is, like, people are like, there's people on YouTube, they're try out for clans, and then, you know, they wouldn't be accepted in just because they have a default skin on, or something that's like a whack skin, but still they wouldn't get accepted. There's only like one clan that I've seen actually accept somebody, well, a YouTuber, for having a trash skin. But you know, most clans don't. It's like you need to have a good skin, and like they'll say just to not let you in the clan. They'll say about every skin you have is trash, and then like you'll pull out an OG skin like Renegade Raider or Skull Trooper, or like my First Strike Specialist, and then they'll be like, oh crap, you got an OG skin, we want you on our team. Don't be like that, because they most likely, if somebody has an OG skin, they might be good, but there's no telling that they will. I mean, I ran into Skull Troopers that actually got freaking bodied by me. Like, they'll act, like, some people, like, just because you have a good skin means you're good at the game. Now, it doesn't matter if you're like Fearless, like, like Orside, you bully defaults a little bit. Like, he's not really bullying, it's just, you know, like, if somebody doesn't want to spend money on the game, they don't have to. It's just funny if you don't. Like, you're pretty much a walking meme if you're a default, and you're, like, actually trash. But, you know, it's not really a reason to be ashamed of it. I mean, if you don't have money, you don't have money. Whatevs. But the thing
if you don't want free game, then yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And some people don't full-time the game, and other people don't understand that. And so, like, I don't know. I full-time the game, but I don't have that many skins. And then people think I'm trash because, oh, what is this skin? Like, I've got my OG skin called trash before, but you don't even have the skin yourself. So how can you talk? Like, last time I saw it, it's only been seen 3 times. I'm gonna look it up again, dude. How many times has First Strike Specialist been seen? This First Strike Specialist, rare. Disrespect Specialist, what the heck? Is first strike special? Is first strike specialist rare? Okay, I'm gonna look at it. And the last time I saw it, it was three times it's been seen. Wait, no, not 3, but like 8. Look, it's still been seen 8 times. And it was just recently in the shop, but nobody bought it. Like, about nobody bought it. It's been out, but like 8 times, but nobody's really bought it. There's only one other skin I've seen, like one of the like slight purple, like from the first strike specialist, and, like that thing on his head, like that guy. I don't know who he is. I don't remember his name, but that's a pretty OG skin. But I've only seen it once. And my skin is OGer because I've never seen mine, and I'm pretty sure none of my friends have either. I've never seen that skin except once on Laserbeam's channel. I saw him with that skin, but I never see it in game. It doesn't count if it's on YouTube. It counts if it's on game, and I've never seen that skin on game. I've seen Skull Troopers in game. I've seen freaking Ghoul Troopers in game. One Ghoul Trooper I've ever seen.
I've seen Renegade.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Renegade yet. I've seen Nogops though, and like
I've seen Man, Nogops, Skull Trooper, and Ghoul Trooper.
Yeah, people think you're good just because you have an OG skin, but it's most of the time
That doesn't
completely
good.
off.
I killed the Skull Trooper before it came out, and he wasn't that good at the game.
Like some people act good just other times people act good just because they have a good skin, but it really doesn't matter what skin you have.
And the default just kicks the Renegades, but don't bully defaults.
Like some people act so egotistic that they forget to actually check what they're talking about before they actually do anything. They forget
humans too.
They forget that some people might actually be good at the game. Most people will. Some. And they forget that there are actual good people in the game. So once they fight one, they're like, "Oh, you're still trash, dude. I beat you like 14 times. Like has 2 kills." Like another dude in Playground Fields. Well, another thing that not do in Playground Fields. I get this happens a lot. Don't go into a Playground Fields if you're not willing to fight anybody. I don't know how many times this happened. Like a billion. If you don't want to fight somebody in a Playground Fields match, don't go into it. There's no point. Nobody really, like, people aren't gonna care if you don't want to fight or not. As I said in my earlier stories, they're not gonna care. They're gonna fight you no matter what. If you don't want to fight in a Playground Fields match, you might as well leave the match and go to a regular playground, because you're not gonna get fairness. There's people that's gonna freaking like spawn kill you if you say that. Like if you're not willing to fight, like they're gonna find you. They're just gonna like, it's not a good thing to say. Like at least fight somebody. Like at least one kill is something that like you can't get really picked on for. But I mean you can, but still like. Don't go to a Playground Fields match if you don't want smoke, dude. Still, if you don't, how does it go? Can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. Like, if you don't want to fight, don't go into Playground Fields. Why would you go into Playground Fields to practice when you're supposed to practice against people on Playground Fields match? Now, if I ever go into a Playground Fields match on accident, I'm like, okay, at least I can fight people now. Instead of going into a Playground no-fill match, practicing a few little 90s, maybe for an hour, and then just get off of that, go to another Playground Fields match, and then just get freaking sprayed by some random kid, and I don't even get time to do my 90s. Like, there's no point. If you don't want to fight, don't click no fills. Even if you do accidentally get into there, just don't not fight somebody, because that will get you a bad reputation. People call you scared. People call you trash. People call you doo doo. You're gonna. Oh, I forgot this fall damage. But you're gonna get insulted if you're not gonna like fight anybody. You're gonna be called trash and like other random types of crap. That's why you shouldn't do it. But people still, like the last time I saw it, I'm like, why are you going into a Playground Fails match if you don't want to fight anybody? It's like, I just want to practice, but why? I made a Twitch kid mad because he wasn't trying to fight anybody, and he called me a tryhard because I rushed up on him with a few ramps, and he called me a tryhard, and then proceeded to leave the game. But for what? For what? You don't want to fight. Don't go into a Playground Fields match if you're not gonna fight. There's no point. If you're not gonna fight, you're pretty much going into a ball pit and asking not like. That's pretty much you going into a wrestling ring and asking not to get hit in the face. Like, what do you mean? There's no dodging the bullet. You're gonna have to take it. And the last thing to do. Well, I gotta think of something. I ran out of most of my ideas. What is it?
Taste it.